VoyMonk here, doing a video voice vlog. And all this week, I've pretty much been talking about self-awareness, my self-awareness, and the beginnings of, kind of how I started as far as wanting to be a radio broadcaster, what kind of brought me in to what I'm doing today, right now with this, and maybe hopefully explaining by the time I'm done with this why I do what I do the way that I do it, which doesn't seem like there's maybe a method to my madness. And like I said, I don't do any editing. I don't put up any digital makeup or whatnot. What you see is what you get. But be that as it may, there's a reason for that. Because again, knowing my audience, the audience that I'm looking for, like I said, I'm not a character. This isn't a show. I'm not looking to use, abuse, manipulate, or, con people into being interested in me if they're not. The truth of the matter is that I'm boring. I know that. This isn't a professional channel. There isn't any money behind this production of what I'm doing. I'm, for the most part, hitting the record button and kind of winging it, going with what I know or whatever. And that, for a lot of people listening, may not necessarily be good enough. But the point that I wanted to pretty much kind of go into in this vlog that kind of wraps up a lot of what I've been saying up until this point is that I mentioned the point about Tom Cruise and how image and what our emotions that are tied into it. Sometimes it's due to marketing and manipulation and that kind of thing. But some of the times it's just because of a lot of variable factors that sometimes don't always get appreciated for what they are. Meaning, the truth of the matter is, and I'm not trying to pick on Tom Cruise too much, but if you like his acting, you like his acting. If you like his look, you like his look. Warts and all, imperfections and all or not. And I think sometimes if you can kind of get over with an audience, I guess the right audience, or in some people's view or feel every and all kinds of audiences, I think that has a lot more to do with maybe what the perception is and maybe what becomes reality. Whether that's true or not, I think is entirely subjective. I don't know that, as I mentioned before earlier this week, the beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, I think that's true. But I think if you're trying to rely on an overall consensus, that can be very difficult. I think there are other things besides just certain kinds of emotions. Certainly when you're younger and you're fawning after your favorite pinup, as it were, at least for me, like I said, I'm a bit older and that kind of thing. But, the reality of that is that it's not reality. It's not the truth. It's makeup. It's building around a premise. And it could be highlighting what is maybe already there, or it accentuates, all of the other things that are great about whomever or whatever it is that you're experiencing. But I think that has a lot more to do with the impact than anything else. I think most people that are probably going to listen to this, I don't think that they're really going to find that this is all that appealing. And I'm self-aware to know that. I understand that even if I could possibly morph myself into the most perfect image that I have in my head, just like I said, as far as when I started out doing, radio and recording myself and then listening to back, even if I could make myself sound perfect the way that I would anticipate and like myself to sound, I mean, who knows the amount of success I would or would not have. I mean, perfection is definitely appealing and attractive. But I don't know if that is reality, because I think everyone's idea of perfection, at least especially for themselves, it can be wildly different from one person to the next. And so, like I said, that I'm going to probably mention tomorrow in the Friday video voice vlog. So until then, take care.